Hey up lads and lasses, Damphyre here, back again with some more Infinite Lagrange. So I want to just talk about a couple of the command systems that I've tested so far, mostly strike stuff to be honest, which I kind of covered before, so I won't talk too much about them, but it's about the Winged Hussar and the Light Cone. So let's jump into the Winged Hussar and talk a little bit about its command. Oh yeah, I picked up the Aldebra now, the armoured version. There you go. Something nice happened to me this server, finally. Winged Hussar, anti-aircraft type. So, from testing the situational awareness system, this information chain increasing your hit rate by 30%, still doesn't work. Yeah, I've got battle reports with it on, battle reports with no Winged Hussars in. Doesn't do anything. Nothing whatsoever. Tried it in a strike fleet as well. Doesn't work there either. So that is still not a thing whatsoever. So yeah, that's all I can say. Apparently, you know, I'm 100% certain that this is worded badly. The developers don't know, and it is still doing that increases its own hit rate by 30%. That is certainly a possibility. But yeah, it's just not working as it's described anyway. It doesn't affect my aircraft whatsoever. I should see faster kill times, right? And no, I'm not. I'm just not seeing any improvement whatsoever. So there you go. So, first off, that strategy that did get reworded is now reworded to say that it does affect aircraft, doesn't affect aircraft as far as I can tell from my testing. So there you go. Now, more importantly, the command system. So the command system, as you can see here, I fully upgraded, and it says, when the aircraft of fleets that meet the requirements are at a disadvantage, anti-air weapons will attack aircraft first, increasing their hit rate by 15%. A lot of take in there. TLDR of it is it doesn't work, or it doesn't seem to be working, or I can't get it to work. I have no idea what the requirements are at a disadvantage. I've tried against a fleet that had 6 spores in it. I tried against a fleet that had 20 aircraft in it. I've had everything between 0 to 20 aircraft in my fleet. And yeah, this didn't trigger, or if it was triggering, it's such a minimal effect, it's not working. Or, and this is what I actually think's the problem, is if your fleet still has majority, you know, the aircraft weapons on them are counter-attack, they still don't work because they still only shoot when they're being shot at by the aircraft, which has caused this issue of this thing basically being utter trash, in my opinion. If you can put some weapons, anti-air weapons in here that are active on ships, none of which we have. We have some row-wide counter, and we have, obviously, just single ship counter. That's where you'll see a little bit of an increase of damage application, and they do start doing stuff, but it's still not enough anti-aircraft at the current moment whatsoever. And yeah, I have seen the possibility that there's 10% chance to deal 160% damage triggering, because I've got some Winged Hussars doing like 7k damage in like 2-3 minutes, which is, but for only 4 of them, for the CP cost, 6 CP, it's not bad, it's reasonable. But at the same time, you know, you look at what a Spore can do in the same sort of time, and it's like 4 or 5 times that amount of damage. So the problem at the current moment is the anti-aircraft systems, that command system doesn't work whatsoever. The one on the Light Cone, I haven't managed to test yet. As you can see, I've only got 11 tech points. I pulled tech points out of Light Cone last server to test something last server, and then this server I pulled points out of one of the battle cruisers. So yeah, unfortunately, I'm still working on getting this up so I can test this Tundra system which is meant to make all the mid-row ships have same row. So that should be, you know, decent at that point. I have got a battle report. I think I've got some of the... I don't know anymore. You know how battle reports kind of overwrite each other as they go along? Well, I had a day where literally the pirates sent stuff non-stop at me. Just permanently. It was like every hour or something. Yeah, like every hour or less than an hour I'm getting hit by a pirate fleet. It's absolutely ridiculous. Where is is it this one? No, that's stuff blowing up my miners. Is it this one? No. That has to be those ones, right? No, they don't have my wing to sight. Yeah, it looks like, unfortunately, they've been overwritten by just the sheer amount of things I've got. So yeah, unfortunately, I can't show you the battle reports that I've got. I don't think I took a screenshot of them anyway. I'll double check that. If I've got a screenshot, it'll be popping up in the video now, and you'll have it. Basically, it was 2 pirate fleets that I attacked with winged hussars in them, and with the command system maxed out and all that good stuff. And yeah, I literally saw no difference, and it was it had 6 spores in it, enemy spores, and I stuck no aircraft in the first attack and like 2 aircraft in the second attack. All the AA weapons did exactly identical to the previous fight, which had no aircraft in them. So I'm not sure what the requirements are. I had a battle as well where I had 20 aircraft attacking me, and I had 2 aircraft in my fleet. So yeah, the disadvantage requirements, they need to either give us some information on that, because I just can't either A, get it working, or it's B, not working like I thought. And it is literally because anti-air ships are mostly counter-attack. So there's a bit of an update there for you. Some fun things with strikes are they're absolutely ridiculously strong. However, if I can get permission, I'll show a battle report now as well of a strike where the strike player got caught in that 10-minute wind-up and got absolutely and utterly dismantled because his aircraft couldn't do anything. They just sat there not doing anything. So yeah, if I can bring that report up. So you can counter strikes. It's quite easy. Rush them. And if they have got fleets in front, then potentially maybe just pull back. Although I can tell you as well that I've been striked and it didn't go down too well for the enemy. My swarm just destroyed them, and it's due to the fact that the aircraft come in waves. So, you know, you're getting 4 aircraft coming at you, they get blown up. Next 4 come, they got blown up. Next 4 come, they got blown up. So you do need to work on sort of timing and with the rest of your teammates to run strikes efficiently and effectively. They can technically do things like clear blockades and stuff, which is really cool. But at the same time, if that fleet that they attack is a blockaded swarm fleet, it's just going to get... Your aircraft are just going to get munched. Something that could be interesting and fun, as Jin pointed out to me the other day, is sticking an FSV into your strike fleet with one of the, well, preferably the Corvette building bit on it module. That'll allow you to rebuild your Corvettes while out and about. Pretty effectively. Something else we've noticed in strikes as well is fighters and bombers seem to be struggling a little bit, and it could be due to RTB. Due to this, I recommend your strike fleets mostly being Corvettes, and obviously the Hayridin will do quite well here. I don't have the Levy to show here either, but the Levy wasn't doing particularly well, and again, that's the RTB problem, is what we're currently thinking. So the possibility here that Yes, okay, fantastic. The Martial Crux and the Solar Whale have these fantastic, distances that they can provide. But I think I have a sneaking suspicion because the CV3K can increase the aircraft cruising speed by 75%. It might take the win as the better strike platform. So, still need to test that. But I am testing stuff. It's just we're in the middle of a war. Makes it a little bit more complicated. At the same time, I've got a lot of willing test subjects. So yeah, I'll keep you posted as I come across more stuff. I'll be testing the light cone hopefully this week at some point. I'm still trying to grind some XP on my light cones to get them up. Unfortunately, they got blown up in a battle, so I'm having to rebuild. But yeah, I'll keep you updated on that stuff, and as and when I can, give you as much info on some of the other strats. Oh, one of the other strats I did try out, it's the one on the IO, which is the stop people moving. It's on the anti-ship type. I actually have already removed it and got my tech points back. So this goes up to 60 seconds. If your fleet command points value is greater than that of the opponents before entering combat engagement, then the enemy fleet cannot retreat within the first 30 seconds of the engagement, or 60 seconds upgraded. I'm not a whale by any means. I don't have V3 carriers, V3, battle cruisers and that kind of thing. I've got a fair amount of tech points in comparison to a free-to-play player, though. So yeah, I genuinely, even a guy that came at me that had pretty low tech points, like between the 20s and 50s, and frigates and destroyers, where like I pretty much have every frigate destroyer at least maxed at the moment, or at least one variant of them maxed. In some cases, two variants of them maxed. And yeah, 60 seconds just doesn't matter. Most people will hang around in battle for about 2 minutes before they run away. And yeah, so this is basically completely redundant because it's not really helping. In the very minute possibility that you are a mega whale and you can potentially wipe a fleet in 60 seconds, that is the only time that this is going to come into any use. In most battles, especially peer-to-peer, so free-to-play server 2 versus free-to-play server 2 players, it doesn't matter. You're never going to see 60 seconds in a battle. You're going to see like 5 to 10 minute battles because it's going to take that long. So yeah, I generally wouldn't worry about this. However, if you do notice giant whales on an enemy union or something coming at you, be wary that if they are running this, you could potentially lose your fleet in that time, because they can take a level 9, or sorry, server 9 mega whale versus a server 2 free-to-play player. That whale in 60 seconds is probably going to decimate that entire fleet. So do be wary of that. Obviously, the Spear's got something similar. So just be careful if you see whales. Other than that, obviously a few more command stuff to test, but I think I've caught the majority of them because I think they're the most useful ones I guessed at. I mean, there might be some sleeper one that I'm missing. I haven't tested the Mer Tranquillatus one yet. I believe it's on the anti-aircraft version. Yeah, it is. It's identical to the Winged Hussar, so I'm going to say it's probably got exactly the same issue as the Winged Hussar. I wrote to the devs and I said, can we get anti-aircraft network 3 on a ship? And that'll make it fleet-wide. Like, this one just doesn't do anything, really. I think it's just, if you're getting attacked, they get priorityed aircraft. But unless you're running multiple mid-row, same range, full row anti-air ships, you won't see any effect from these anti-aircraft networks currently. And for the light cone, again, I'll be testing and to see if that's any good. If that's good, then yeah, anti-aircraft 3, if they ever bring that into the game, it was just a suggestion to them. Could be very, very useful and effective, and we'd have a way of actually being able to deal with but at the same time, it creates that nice little triangle where Swarm Fleet beats big damage fleet with no anti-air, Big damage fleet beats anti-air fleet. Anti-air fleet beats swarm fleet. Obviously, you could have some dots and stuff around there where you got like a bit of a mixture of the other two type fleets, but then you'd have your nice little rock, paper, scissors in the game, which I kind of think it needs at the moment, because at the current moment, swarm is still extensively prevalent. And with that, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you next time.